Hi, I'm Andrew Whitson, and you're watching the post-game show.
Today I sat down with head coach Terry Awasi to look forward to this weekend's games and look back at last weekend's highlights.
Alright, so you guys are going to Fort McMurray tomorrow
to
take on the Huskies. How's the preparation going for that game?
It's gone very well. We've started to work on a few things I thought that we didn't do very well in preseason. One of them is playing without the puck, and that is that we've got a very skilled team, but when we lose the puck, which happens a lot in a game like hockey, we need to know what to do. And so we've been working on that all week, and the players have already noticed the difference in the preparation, and that playing without the puck is just as important as when you have the puck. So we did a lot of defensive things, and today we just basically finish off with a high flow, energy type practice where with a lot of shots for our goaltenders.
Okay. Any idea who's going to suit up in net for you guys?
Yeah, Kirby Halcrow. He played very well against Camrose. And especially in the third period, I thought we had complete control, and we did have complete control halfway through the game. And unfortunately, our trainer got hurt, and it was like calling a timeout, and all our momentum was gone. So we battled in the third, and Camrose, I mean, they're the reigning champs, and they don't have any rookies. So every game for our team is a learning experience, and we're going to get better. I mean, if we were capable of beating them now, we're only going to get better. So the players are pretty excited about that.
Okay. Just while you were talking there, word on your trainer. How's she doing?
She's doing. She ended up with 10 stitches, and she spent the night in the hospital. But she was at practice yesterday, and she's not quitting.
Good. That's good to hear.
She's tough, and I admire her for the fact that she just shrugged it off, and she actually played hockey till I think she was like in midget or something like that. And it was kind of going into the third period of the game there, she had already left for the hospital and everything else, and we have a tradition that if we win the game, we have a game puck. As a coach, we hand the puck to the player. Like there's the ACAC game player of the game, and then we have the coaches.
Right.
And they don't always, they're not always the same because coaches look a little differently at things sometimes.
Sure.
So in this particular case, going out before the third period, I said to the guys, really, she needs this puck. I mean, so we need to win, otherwise we don't get this puck. So I've never seen such an energized room. They wanted to win the game for her. I mean, they were concerned, and so it was great to see.
Awesome. Let's just talk a little bit about the physical play of the Huskies. I know they lead the league right now in penalties, and they certainly played a physical game during the preseason. Can you address that at all, or is that something you guys have sort of prepared yourselves for?
No, we have. I mean, we know they're aggressive, but again, they're smart, aggressive, and the teams I've coached over the years, we've always been in the bottom 3, bottom 2 of penalty minutes, and we went to the finals probably 4 of the 6 years. Well, we did. So it's a type of toughness that you present on the ice. Again, we've got a big team. We've got all our injuries back now, and we're going to be tough to beat no matter how physical they are, because we can be physical as well. So, but we also have probably 3 lines that are equivalent to anybody in the league. We've got depth at the 4 positions. We've got size. Great goaltending. And our defense is coming along. That's probably our biggest improvement area, in that we have 8 first-year defensemen. So every game they're getting better, and I know, other than one player, none of them are under 6'2". So we know the way they play. We know they're not a very skilled team. They work hard, and you have to admire the fact, and we understand that they work hard, and so you can prepare for that. We just can't let them work harder than us, and because we do have the bigger team, and we have the more skilled team. So as long as we match their work ethic, we'll be fine.
Yeah. You certainly took advantage of your power play opportunities this past weekend. Is that something that you're also getting ready to perhaps be a little bit more on the power play in the next few games?
Well, we hope to. I mean, and then we want to capitalize. We practice on the power play every week. As a matter of fact, today we do. It's, at least once during the week we'll work on it for about a half an hour. And again, we've sort of designated 2 lines right now that are strictly power play units. And then we also have 2 units that are basically the penalty killing units.
Okay.
The last game at home against Augustana, we had 1 line dedicated to their top line, and they did shut them down. So it was a combination of scoring on the power play, and then shutting down their number 1 line, and then so it was a total team effort, and then like great goaltending by Kirby.
Sure. Just sort of to wrap things up here a little bit. A lot's been said about a lot of new players that have sort of come into your program this year. Big players. How have they sort of gelled together as a team? Certainly you've had a lot of players come in and almost assume leadership roles right off the bat. I know you've got a new defenseman that
Jeff Marinese.
Yeah. He seems to have come in and really sort of supplanted that defensive unit well. Can you talk a little bit about the new guys?
Yeah, well, Jeff, he played 4 years in Germany. The last 2 years at a Division III, which was a pretty good level, and so, I mean, he's a little bit older than everybody else, so they do look up to him. He played Junior A, and then he played a little bit of pro, and then he decided to go over to Europe. So he brings a wealth of experience, and that's what a lot of these new players, when they come in, they're not sure what to expect. And as coaches,
right,
you can only do so much for them, and then they go to their peers. And I really believe in peer pressure. As far as our captains and assistants go, I prefer to handle any issues, team issues within their group. Because when it comes to me, then it's serious, and then I have to deal with it. So I believe in them monitoring themselves, governing themselves. So it seems to work pretty well. And Jeff, being an older player with a lot of with a great hockey resume, I guess you could say, is one of the players sort of gravitate to him for any kind of help they need, whether it be in a classroom, or defensively. So he's been a key acquisition for us for sure. I don't even know where to start. There's a lot of the size. I mean, we've got Brad Gell from Peterborough, 6'3", about 225, and then we have Ryan Anderson, who's 6'3", about 220. So these guys are, and they can skate very well for big players. So we're not getting pushed around, and when those guys are in the lineup, it really makes a difference as far as our power play. We talked about the power play there for a second. With them, they go right to the front of the net, and we have the type of defenseman that can shoot the puck and then battling for loose pucks down low, right? So, and that's been a key for us. I think that having big wingers that can create havoc in front, and other skilled players with them that can finish the playoff has been paying dividends for us. So, other players that have basically have had an impact already would be, another one would be Lebreau, Ryan Lebreau. He's got speed to burn.
Fast guy.
Yeah, and you can't teach that. I mean, he brings a different element. He's gritty. He skates awfully well, and and he's right now on a sort of on a defensive side of things, and we use him to. He was one of the people we used against the other team's top line because he can skate so well, and he doesn't mind getting his nose dirty. So. My priority at the beginning of the year was to get bigger when I started recruiting last November.
Okay.
And so one of those guys that's a key in that would be Lipinski. So Kyle Lipinski, 6'5". I was really amazed at how well he could skate for a player that big. He's got to be tipping the scales around 240, wow. 230, and there's no fat on him. So he brings another element to our team, and again, he was one of the players that was playing against the top line from Augustana. So he knows his role. He works hard defensively. He's got really soft hands for a big guy. And then on defense, we've got Rylan McKinnon, who's 6'2", and then we have. Troy Dume, 6'4". Ty Brugman, number 4 for us. He's 6'4", and he's been a pleasant surprise. He can play forward defense, but he's very calm out there. He has a great panic threshold. And another guy that was a real surprise to me was Sam Waterfield. He's got 3 points right now. He's second in scoring behind Jeff Marinese, who's got 4. But Sam just seems to, his panic threshold with the puck is amazing. Like he just doesn't throw it away blindly. He hangs on. He likes to beat people. Very smart. he's been a great addition to our defensive corps. So I'm really excited about what these guys are going to be doing after Christmas, after they have about 10 games under their belt, the confidence, so it should be very exciting. And then again, Kirby Halcrow, he's really complimented Kyle Birch as far as the goaltending tandem, and I would say they have to be at least in the top 2 in tandems in the league. So it's a great situation for both goaltenders. They don't have to take the world of the weight of the world on their shoulders. They can, so like this weekend going into Keanu, Kirby will play the first game and Kyle Birch will play the second. So yeah, it's a great 1-2 punch.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have when you got great goalies for sure. Awesome. Well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I know you got to get to practice, but thanks so much for chatting with me today, and best of luck in Fort McMurray.
Well, I enjoyed that. Thank you.
All right, take care.
Crowds of people sitting on the grass with flowers in their heads.